Football first, and Bobby Rainey is deep, and we're underway. Rainey from 5 yards deep in the end zone will not return it. So they'll start at the 25-yard line. Flacco starts by giving it to Alex Collins, and Collins finds his way up the middle for about 5 before Everson Griffin makes the stop. And a quick give to the tight end Vince Maley, and stacked up at about the line of scrimmage, maybe lost about a half a yard. Just 25% conversion. Flacco under pressure and going down. Marcus Sherrills is deep. 5 career punt return touchdowns for Sherrills. And he backs up to grab it in his own 18-yard line. Running room up the middle and breaking it to the outside. Midfield, cutting it back and brought down inside the 40-yard line. Anthony Levine came back to make the stop. Keenum going for it all down the near sideline and fighting, tipped in the air and picked off. That's Brandon Carr with the interception, coming up the sideline and out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They did go for it all, and Trent, the quarterback's worst nightmare, a tipped ball.
Well, a lot of times when you get a quick change, many offensive coordinators, they get that quick change, whether it's a turnover or a special teams that gets you good field position, you try and take advantage of that right away. The ball a little bit underthrown, and as Treadwell goes up for that ball, it tips around, and Carr is able to bring it in.
Collins. Not much there as that Viking defensive front stands tall. Short drop for Flacco on the slant. That is complete across the 40, and it's taken away by a Viking. Back inside the 40-yard line, Xavier Rhodes. Well, the good news is Mike Wallace is walking off the field under his own power, but the contact that he had, there were 2 main points. Trent, this is the first one.
Well, first this is unnecessary roughness penalty on Sendejo. So the ball's going back to Baltimore with the 15-yard penalty, and then we'll take a look at it again after this play.
Sideline pass complete, and immediately being knocked to the ground is Griff Whalen, number 14, by Trey Wayne. Hated the turnover. The pitch for Collins. Tripped up before he got to the 30. He'll be marked down at about the 32. Everson Griffin giving chase and making the stop. Flacco throwing inside the 30, complete, and forward to about the 26-yard line is Michael Campanaro, fourth year wide receiver out of Wake Forest. Flacco lost the ball and had to fall on it at the 29. So that'll be a loss of 3 and 2nd and 13. Flacco into the flat to Allen, and Allen can't escape on the far side of the field. Eric Kendricks wrestling him down. Flacco's pass incomplete. Nick Boyle looked like they tried to set up the screen on the far side and it didn't work. On its way and good. 8.5 minutes to play. Culture shot for the day.
It is a beautiful day here in Minnesota.
This kick will not be returned by Marcus Sherrills. And this is Murray, and Murray dragged down back at the 20-yard line by Brandon Williams, the newly arrived Brandon Williams, who's missed the last 4 games.
Focus in on what's going on with this drive and start being effective.
Keenum setting up the screen to the left side. This is C.J. Hand, the fullback, and out of bounds a couple of yards short of a first down at the 33-yard line. McKinnon in the backfield on 3rd and 2. Keenan on a slant, and there's Thielen for the first down. Out to the 38-yard line. Straight drop for Keenan, and that's blocked at the line, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, this is McKinnon, and McKinnon across the 40 and out to about the 42. Keenum with time to the outside. Diving catch is made by Jarius Wright. This is McKinnon, and McKinnon tripped up. as he got to the 45. You notice Jarius Wright went out of bounds and then got a pat on the helmet from 2nd and 9. The give is to McKinnon, and again, pretty stout defense up front by the Ravens. Tony Jefferson making the stop. Here comes the blitz. It's picked up. Keenum with all kinds of time. Penalty markers thrown. And that's incomplete. And this looks like it'll be a hold against Minnesota. No, the other way.
Illegal use of hands, hands to the face. Number 99 defense. 5-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
So that's linebacker Matthew Judon, and look at John Harbaugh. So a new set of downs. And this is Murray, and Murray inside the 35. Long count. Keenum stepping up over the middle. Incomplete at the 25-yard line, intended for Kyle Rudolph. Keenum again with time, throwing. Incomplete at the 10. Intended for Thielen. And covered well by Ladarius Webb and by Eric Weddle.
Within his range as he was kicking in this direction.
This is from 52 and looks straight enough and is long enough.
As we just heard with the update, the Dolphins on the board in the first quarter already.
Bobby Rainey not going to return this one. He'll take a knee in the end zone, and we'll start at the 25-yard line. Allen. Maybe a half a yard. Linval Joseph.
Roll the ball on offense, not turn it over, and get good special teams play.
On 2nd and 9, the pass is complete, and immediately hit is Benjamin Watt facing Flacco and the Ravens. Under pressure, he got it away, and it's incomplete. And a late flag comes flying, and that was Anthony Barr in on the quarterback. Carl Cheffers is our referee.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Number 92, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Collins. Linval Joseph making the stop. Flacco out here in the flat, and that's incomplete. Intended for Allen out of the backfield. It'll be 3rd and 11. When they're 3rd and 10 or more. And Flacco trips and goes down. Tom Johnson will get credit for the sack.
If the players are waiting for a whistle, you're not going to hear it in this place. This place gets loud.
Sam Cook kicking it away, Sherrill. And this one coming up way short. Stepped out. Did it bounce out of bounds? I guess it stayed in bounds and rolls down close to the 10-yard line. Well, since you've been gone, we have a challenge.
The punt hit out of bounds at the 29-yard line. That's where the ball has been placed. 1st and 10, Minnesota.
And at first, John Harbaugh threw the challenge flag, but it's not going to work for him. It bounces right at the 29-yard line and ruled out of bounds. 5 seconds to play in the first quarter. Murray wrestled down at the 35, just across almost to the 36-yard line by C.J. Mosley and Brandon Carr.
Conversations with several members of the Baltimore Ravens medical staff and team members. He's reached into a bag for a helmet. They've taken the helmet from him. It's an ongoing situation, but he
did the smart thing by coming back to the bench here.
On first down, this is Latavius Murray finding room on the right side and busting out for about 8 or 9 yards.
He probably had some type of head injury by continuing to act like he's going to go in the game when it's not going to happen.
I don't know what he's looking for. He couldn't be looking for his helmet, could he? 11 total yards for the Ravens. Keenum. Now at the far sideline, incomplete. Intended for Jarius Wright. Keenum on the move, now throws, and is incomplete. Through the hands of Kyle Rudolph, his intended receiver. Ladarius Webb was there to cover. Keenum throwing this side, and that is grabbed by Laquan Treadwell. But he's going to be well short of a first down, and onto the field comes the field goal unit. and that's looking pretty good. 51 yards, no problem for Forbath. 12:55 to play in the first half.
Let's see, guys, and I guess we know how that one went after this night's game.
This one comes up short at about the 15-yard line, and being returned for the Ravens is Vince Maley, the tight end, and in this case, an up-front blocker.
Nobody wants to talk about injury, but it's a fact. His top guys are out.
The screen. Allen using blockers, breaking tackles, and out to the 40-yard line for a first down. Flacco throwing on the quick slant underneath, and that's complete to Campanaro. Campanaro into Minnesota territory to the 42. Flacco spreads the field on first down. Stepping up, incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Chris Moore.
It's that kind of season in the NFL.
This is Alex Collins. And Collins for a couple. 3rd and 6.
Be another thing to keep an eye on as this day moves along.
He's at the bottom of the screen as Flacco tries to set up another one, and this one to the outside. Allen is wrestled down by Eric Kendricks, the middle linebacker.
Well within his range.
On its way. And good. What a kick by Justin Tucker.
I was wondering why you're late down to the car.
Marcus Sherrills will not run this one out of the end zone, and the touchback will start the Vikings at the 25. McKinnon out to the 30 for a 5-yard pickup. Terrell Suggs making the stop. 4.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 6 Pro Bowls, and 119 career sacks on his resume. That pass is incomplete.
Up tempo, so he likes to use that as a changeup.
Keenum from the shotgun, throwing it to this side of the field and incomplete. Thielen putting up an argument with an official on the sideline that isn't being heard.
Game out of first place. It's been impressive what they've been able to put through. As John Harbaugh said, people are just worried about wins. They don't want to talk about injuries or hear about injuries. So they've got to continue to find ways to get it done.
And Flacco has to find someone to begin to pick up the pace. This is Allen, left side. In conversations with Coach Harbaugh last night, he says, you know, my tight end, Ben Watson, is the guy who's been catching the ball and catching it well, yet he has 1 catch for 1 yard so far today.
Yeah, so they need to find a way to try and target him and get him involved.
Over the middle, that's Allen out of the backfield and complete, and out to about the 31-yard line. On 3rd and 4, quick pass, and that is caught by Griff Whalen in traffic. That'll be short of a first down, though. Back at about his own 16-yard line. Sam Cook gets off a good one. Fair catch called for and made as he floats out of bounds at about the 16-yard line.
Two-goal contest up until this point.
The Vikings from the 16. This is Murray. And Murray out to about the 18-yard line. Keenum under pressure, setting up the screen, and breaking that up in a hurry was Patrick Owasso. Keenum again. Lots of time over the middle and hit his wide open man at about the 28-yard line. Catch is made by Jarius Wright and a first down. Murray again. And Murray going nowhere. He was hit by Brandon Williams. Keenum under pressure, throws. This is Adam Thielen. Across the 30 and just got tripped up at about the 33-yard line by Owasso. Keenum got rid of it and wide open over the middle. Caught by Treadwell. And Treadwell out to the 45-yard line for another Minnesota first down. Under 3.5 to play for the first half. Keenum. Good protection. Now throws, and that's complete. And across midfield to the 47-yard line is Kyle Rudolph, the tight end. McKinnon in the backfield. McKinnon with the football gets a first down. inside the 45 to the 43-yard line as we work our way towards the 2-minute warning. Straight ahead and running room, Latavius Murray. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning at 1:55. Both teams with all their timeouts remaining. This is Jarek McKinnon. McKinnon is wrapped up in a hurry by Mr. Suggs. 3. Keenum, this side of the field, complete to Rudolph and out of bounds. Appears to be right at that first down marker. McKinnon, and McKinnon up the middle to the 25. Clock continues to move as we come up to 1 minute to play. Keenan rolling, looking back the other way, and he hits his man at about the 25. That's Rudolph, and Rudolph's going to be down at the 25, and we get a timeout called by Minnesota. McKinnon in the backfield on 3rd and 2. Keenan going to throw for it outside and almost picked off. Brandon Carr closer to it than the intended receiver. Kai Forbath has it on the way and looks pretty good.
Or just on the other side of midfield. I wouldn't be surprised if they give Justin Tucker a chance to try a long field goal before half.
Rainey going to run this one out. Head of steam and hit as he crossed the 15-yard line by Marcus Sherrills.
A little bit more difficult.
Going to run the ball up the middle. That's Javaris Allen. And the timeout stops the clock with 25 to play.
Chunky yardage. You still have a couple timeouts.
2nd and 3. This one outside, and that's Watson. And Watson cut down as he crosses the 25-yard line. Andrew Sendejo with the tackle. 19 seconds on the clock.
Throw to in the middle of the field.
Baltimore's been averaging just 2.5 yards per play. This one over the middle. That's Allen out of the backfield forward to about the 37-yard line. And they use their 3rd and final timeout. Safety's going back very deep. Flacco throwing it away to the near side of the field. 3rd and 1 with 12 seconds to play. 3rd and 1. And they're going to give it to Allen, and Allen to the 43, and that will run out the time here in the first half.
Not very many weapons for Joe Flacco at his disposal.
And the Minnesota Vikings, with the lead, they get the football first, and they'll start from their own 25-yard line. The give is to Murray. Murray with running room. Murray breaking free across midfield to the 40. And the Vikings get a jump start right off the bat.
Well, Jamie just got through talking to us about Isadora being the replacement on the offensive line for Searles. Creating a lane as Murray makes the cutback. Biggest play of the day by either team.
This is the longest run of the season for him. To the outside. McKinnon. And McKinnon bounced out of bounds at, they'll place the ball at about the 36-yard line. Keenum rolling, going to keep it. 30, diving close to the 25-yard line, and that'll be another first down. C.J. Mosley with a tackle that may have saved a lot more. On first down, it's Murray. And Murray squeezing through on the right side and pushing inside the 20 to about the 19, maybe the 18-yard line. Murray again, and this time met head-on by Mosley. Came into Week 7 the leading tackler in the National Football League. Keenan with time, throwing, dive, and we get a penalty marker down as the catch is made by Thielen. That'll be enough for a first down, but let's check the flag. And it's going to go against Minnesota.
Pass interference, number 19, offense. 10-yard penalty, replay 3rd down.
Getting called on Thielen.
McKinnon to the 25. And Jalen Hill making the tackle from 43 yards out. Forbath has got another one. End zone.
Well, and if I'm Joe Flacco and I'm over on the Baltimore huddle or on that sideline, I'm talking to the fact, yes, we're down 12-6. We haven't been very effective offensively, but this is a one-score game. We get a chance, get a big play, get a drive. You can go down and all of a sudden you've got the lead.
Collins in the backfield. Flacco down the sideline. Diving for the ball and incomplete. Intended for Chris Moore. Yanda up front. Collins. And Tom Johnson leading the attack on the defensive line. Flacco under pressure and going down. And that's Anthony Barr.
And cause confusion by the line. You get a guy clean like that, you have no chance as a quarterback.
Line drive kick. Sherrill at the 36, up the sideline and out of bounds in Baltimore territory. 9:19 to play. Keenan, play fake. Rolling, looking, and great grab by Thielen. Thielen out to the 40-yard line. 5, it's 2nd and 5. Team under pressure and throws, and that's complete. And out of bounds at the 30-yard line is Kyle Rudolph. That's a first down. First down at the Baltimore 29. Murray running room. Left side, 10, 5, touchdown. Latavius Murray's first touchdown of this season.
Choice here, he's just going to run. It's wide open here. Looks like Jefferson and Weddle right here. He's going to be wide open in the middle of the field as Weddle comes down. He gets pinned by Thielen. And then Jefferson wide open in the middle of the field.
For the extra point. Ooh, off the outside, the upright, and no good. Baltimore looking to get something started. With the best kickoff return game in the NFL, won't get a chance here as Randy takes a knee in the end zone. This is Campanero. Campanero around the right side and getting some yardage. Across the 40 to about the 43.5 or the 44-yard line. Andrew Sendejo making the stop. This is Collins. Collins, nice move, another nice move across midfield and into Minnesota territory to about the 48.
What they've done on the first 2 plays of this drive.
That 8-yard run, the longest of the day for Collins, and inside the 45, or excuse me, inside, yeah, to the 45, to the 44-yard line.
Up in the run as he is stopping and tackling quarterbacks.
On first down, this is Collins, and Collins nowhere to go. Anthony Barr. Allen in the backfield. On 2nd and 12, Flacco under pressure again, throwing over the middle. That is a terrific throw and catch. Griff Whalen with the diving grab at about the 36. Allen diving for first down yardage. He appears to have it at about the 34. From the shotgun, Flacco flip out to the near side. Smelled out in a hurry by the Baltimore defense. That was Rainey and Harrison Smith coming up from his safety position. Right. 2nd and 14. Flacco rolling, throwing. He's got his man inside the 30-yard line. That's Whalen again.
As it comes out at the last minute.
Flacco looking left, throwing incomplete. Intended for Allen. And Harrison Smith was lurking. 7 yards. It is good. 2:58 to play in the third.
Far up that wall, I'd be able to make it. I'd get stuck and yeah, okay, I need to bungee on down.
Here's Marcus Sherrill. Sherrill to the 20. Not quite out to the 20.
Huge sense of pride he has right now.
Yeah, Jamie, it is a big option to do in this offense. This is Latavius Murray. And not much there.
Unfortunate injury for him.
Keenum. This is McKinnon. McKinnon with blocker. Spinning and looking for first down yardage and appears to be right at that marker. McKinnon. And McKinnon not going to get there. So the Ravens defense stops him short of a first down. And that'll bring on the punting unit. Panero is deep.
Well, Campanero had a 77-yard punt return touchdown last week.
Little fair catch this one at the 20. And we're under a minute to play. You cut that rush now on him from the front line of the Vikings. This is Collins. And Collins across the 25 to about the 26. 2nd and 5. And the end around. Chris Moore. And Moore going to be tackled for a loss by, once again, Eric Kendricks. 3rd and 10 for Baltimore, Flacco. Flacco under pressure again. And nowhere to go. Everson Griffin.
Putting together those long, sustained drives against this defense, you've got to find ways to strike quickly and strike with a big play.
Sherrills from his own 30. And right up the middle and tripped up as he crossed the 45 out to about the 47-yard line.
The Ravens have many more opportunities offensively.
Keenum looking downfield and has to throw it away. And we got a penalty marker in the secondary.
Thielen may have finally gotten that holding call that he had been begging for all
foul
day.
for illegal contact on the play. The quarterback was out of the pocket. 2nd down.
So they'll pick up the flag. Keenum coming down the sideline this way. Diving catch is made by Jarius Wright. Back to the ground game, and McKinnon going outside, up inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line. On 2nd and 6, McKinnon again. McKinnon shakes a tackler in the backfield. Can't shake the one chasing him down from behind, and that was Owasso. So it'll be 3rd down. Keenum steps up, throws, and tipped at the last moment at the 15-yard line by Jalen Hill. Intended for Thielen. From 34. His 5th of the day. 52, 51, 43, 43, and that one, 21-9. Got a chance with a running start from 3 yards deep. Across the 20. And back to the 20.
What does this guy know? How many times has he had a rep at this play?
Flacco going deep. Little hand fighting downfield, incomplete. Pass intended for Chris Moore, covered by Trey Waynes. 2nd and 10. Flacco, incomplete.
Well, and once again, not on the same page. It's hard to call up a play. That time Moore was working to the inside. Flacco threw the ball to the outside. Vikings are going to be in a sprinter stance coming after Flacco on 3rd and long.
Flacco throwing this one. He's got a man open and he hits him at the 45-yard line. That's Chris Moore.
Well, that's about as good of a throw as you can make. And it looks like the Vikings are in cover 2-man, where underneath coverage is in a trail technique because they know they have help over the top. The safeties are in a 2-deep. Harrison Smith comes over late. It's just an accurate, flat thrown ball that you just throw into the hole around 20 to 22 yards.
Allen for maybe a yard. Flacco looking for Whalen, incomplete. Flacco for the screen. That's not going to work. Allen is decked by Anthony Barr.
From a running back standpoint, because you got to get out because you don't know how quickly the pass rushers are going to get on top of Flacco.
This punt will sail out of bounds somewhere inside the 20-yard line. We'll see where the officials spot it. How's that compare to StubHub out in LA? Pretty close. This is Latavius Murray.
Trying to stay in bounds, keep the clock moving.
And this pass complete to the near side. Treadwell. And Treadwell for first down yardage. Once again, they were going to tank.
Well, I think a lot of that had to do with the way they looked in the preseason. I think they didn't have a real good vibe coming out, getting ready for the regular season, but they proved them wrong.
Murray straight ahead across the 35, and again, a little extraneous pushing and shoving.
Because you got to take some chances.
On 2nd and 6, the pitch is to McKinnon. McKinnon trying to weave his way through blockers and fight for first down yardage. He'll come up about a yard and a half short.
Try and get those, as you said, get that strip fumble, get that interception, get that sack.
On 3rd and 1, Keenum throws for it, gets a first down and more with Rudolph. Rudolph out of bounds.
Well, and that's what you do if you're an offensive coordinator.
Murray. Nowhere to go. Nicely done on the far side of the defense. Judon and Mosley converged to make the stop and cost him a yard. 2nd and 11. They're going to run it again with McKinnon. McKinnon spinning to about the 35-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 5. Keenum. Sideline. Caught by Thielen and out of bounds at about the 20-yard line for a first down. Murray. And Murray performing the yeoman-like chores that the Vikings are looking for. For Latavius Murray. Murray. And how about the job this offensive line has done?
This looked very healthy.
3rd and 4, movement on the far side, and this will be a false start on Laquan Treadwell.
False start, number 11, offense. 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
They need to get a timeout here. Keenum tried getting to reset the play clock and couldn't get the official to do him that favor, so just not enough time. Try and get the first down, or you try and get it into the end zone.
He's going to run it straight ahead with McKinnon, and McKinnon inside the 20 to the 15, and the timeout is now called. 4th and 5 for Bath. Another notch in his belt. 6th field goal of the day. That is one shy of the Vikings record. Leading the league in kickoff return average. This one will bounce and he'll pick it up at the 1. 20. 25. And across the 30. Good move by Rainey. 17 of 26 for 101. And a quick one underneath. He's complete to Campanaro. And he is to the 39. Penalty marker is down as this play will not count, and it'll be a false start.
False start, number 71, offense. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
That's Jermaine Illuminor.
To take the bye week after, I think the Vikings have made the right choice.
Boy, another hit by Anthony Barr, and that Viking defense has been everywhere it needed to be today.
Field putting pressure on Flacco, and of course with their underneath tackle.
3rd and 5 underneath again, and that is complete to the tight end Nick Boyle. And that's a first down to the 45, and we get our 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. Flacco and the Ravens from their own 45 on first down. On the move, from behind, lost the football. Picked up by a Raven, Chris Moore.
The fumble was recovered by a player other than the fumbling player. It goes back to the spot of the fumble. The clock will wind on my signal.
So the line of scrimmage is back at the 38-yard line. Flacco drops it, picks it up, throws this side. This is Allen out of the backfield. Fights his way across the 40 to about the 43.
To get some offense, trying to move the ball down the field.
Penalty marker flies, pass over the middle is complete to Watson. Looked like we had a Viking, or Everson Griffin offside. That's likely to be declined.
Offside, number 97 defense. That penalty's declined. Result of the play.
He got a hell of a jump.
Stanley had no chance on that one. That was he was good 2 yards upfield.
Flacco, pump fake. Griffin, Rip Whalen out of bounds. Trey Wayne's covering. 1:28 to play. Flacco to the outside, grabbed on the run by Rainey, and Rainey down the sideline, out of bounds, close to the 25. That pass to Watson complete. And brought down by Eric Kendricks.
To the end zone here. I know there's a minute 14 left, but
Flacco throwing it inside the 15 to Watson to about the 12, maybe the 11.
well, that gets you the first down. You got to hurry up here and still need 2 scores. So
And penalty markers. Here's Carl Cheffers.
False start, number 71, offense, 5-yard penalty. Because the clock was running when that foul occurred, there will be a 10-second runoff. Please set the game clock to 44 seconds. The clock will start on my signal.
Jason, when you've been trying to just get your normal game plan in.
Flacco throwing for the end zone and out of bounds, incomplete. Intended for Chris Moore and covered by Xavier Rhodes. 2nd and 15. Flacco to the near side of the field. Grabbed by Chris Moore. Did he get both feet down? He did not. Flacco throwing near side again. And that's complete to Boyle, the tight end. Clock continues to move.
Last play of the game.
Flacco going for the end zone and grab, but did he come down with both feet? That's Chris Moore. And it's ruled a touchdown.
He gets one down, taps the second one, controls the ball to the ground. One, drags the back foot,
Good catch.
taps it. Doesn't look like the ball moves. Watch that right foot. Toe taps the ground. Talk about injuries at the receiver position and along the offensive line. It's had an impact throughout that entire offense.
That kick is good. It also ends the game. The Minnesota Vikings winning it by a score of 24-16.